What's going on, guys? This is Eric at 4M Ranch. I got a video here of a Great Plains no-till drill solid stand 12-foot that we just bought from S&H Farm Supply in Lockwood, Missouri. It was kind of in rough shape when we got it, so I've been doing a little bit of restoration work on it. It's a 1984 model. And I didn't do any videos because it's just been so windy here. You probably wouldn't be able to hear me. Um, but like I said, it was pretty rough. The paint job, the decals, some of them were coming off. This is the 3-point hitch I've been working on. I forgot to take any pictures whenever we got it here when it was all hooked up, but I already had took the tires off on this hitch, so this is all I got of it so far. I took the all these Coulter wheels off the front of on this toolbar here. There's 19 of them, and that was a lot of work getting all them off. I started working on this in July, probably like the 20th or so. I took all these hydraulic cylinders off because they were leaking pretty bad. We're going to take them in and get them rebuilt. The actual drill, like I said, it's a 12-foot. It's planted like 9,800 and some acres. When we got it, I pulled it around in the pasture and all the gears turned. As you can see up there, it had the small seed box, but I'd already taken that off already in this picture. A lot of rust on the sides. All the decals are gone. The small seed box, it looked like it hadn't been used. It was full of spare parts, and there's a lot of dirt in it, so it was kind of seized up. So I got all it cleaned out and finally got it turning good. The back here, I'd already taken the walkway platform off, but I mean, it's not in terrible shape. There was some rust spots inside the bin that I'll have to fill and with some weld and grind it down, but not too bad. There's a couple of the disc opener arms that are bent, so we'll be getting some new of those to replace those. After about 8 hours of taking everything off that I wanted to take off to prime it, I finally was able to get it all primed. Most of the time, like I said, was taking off all them Coulters. I had to go ahead and put the hydraulic cylinders back on to move it to where I could paint. And the paint I used, primer is of course the Van Sickle primer, but I ended up and had to special order some Great Plains green paint through Van Sickle. To me, it looks almost exactly the same as John Deere green. I can't tell a whole lot of difference, but it is what it is. These are all the Coulters that I took off. This is before I painted them. This is a few of them after I got them painted. These were the tires. That was before. This is after I got them painted. We were finally able to get a few days without rain, so I was able to finish getting it all painted. It painted pretty good, but I would have liked it better, but we get quite a bit of wind down here, so you just have to deal with it. But it wasn't too bad. Just ended up with quite a bit of spray on me. But here's a few of the Coulter wheels I got bolted up. I discovered that they're way easier to take off than they are to put back on. I was really thankful for my buddy Richard Gibson. He came over and did all the hard work of holding them up while I bolted them back on. So we were able to get that finished pretty quick. Otherwise, I would have been several days. I don't think I could have got my wife out here to pick them up for me. I put the first decal on. I called Great Plains, and they didn't offer this decal anymore because it was so old. I had to end up and order them. I found them online on eBay from a guy. He sold them to me for like $10 a piece. I will say that Great Plains is a great company. Their customer service is very good. They're easy to talk to. They're super nice. I would like to say thank you to Michaela in the marketing department and Doug in the parts department. They really helped me a lot on this and getting the right parts and finding out what's still available and what's not, and giving me manuals and everything. So thank you to those guys. I spent about $400 on this drill hitch, getting all the parts that I needed. I had a couple worn out pins. A couple of U-bolts broke off on me when I was taking off the Coulter wheels. Had to get some new stabilizer shocks, and the leaf spring for the center pivot hitch had broke on one side, so I had to order a new leaf spring, and I couldn't get the roller stop pins out of the leaf spring, so I ended up and had to get new rollers and new roller stop pins to put in there, and just new paint and decals, and that's pretty much sums up all this hitch. It wasn't too bad. So this is it. It's finished. It took me about a month to get to this point. It wasn't that hard of a job, but it was just time consuming. Haven't got to use it yet because I got to get the drill done. I haven't had a chance to start really working on it yet. I will say that for as old as it is and planting almost 10,000 acres, Great Plains makes an awesome drill product, even though I hadn't got to use it, but I can just tell it's very well made and the quality of it just by working on it. So I do appreciate the Great Plains equipment brand. I am going to do another video on the work that I do on the drill, maybe have some video of it. I don't know, it's still pretty windy here, so it's just hard to shoot video outside. Thanks for watching.